Guys, welcome back to this recap video series that I'm doing. Just because, like I said in the previous video, there was so much wrestling going on in the last week and a half. I was like, let's just enjoy it. Let everybody just let the, all the news come out, whether it's positive, negative, things that were going to happen in there, and then do a recap. And that's what I'm doing today for the NXT Stand and Deliver 2025 pay-per-view. Now, this pay-per-view, I felt like it was better than night one of WrestleMania, hands down. And this just happened a couple hours earlier. So that tells you a lot. Um, so let's just get into the first match. So one of the matches that I do want to talk about was the North American Championship title, and I will be talking about all the matches that we did see at this pay per view. I just want to go into which one drew my attention, and then move on from there. And it was Ricky Saints, formerly known as Ricky Starks from AEW, coming in, and I believe it was just his first month. He won the North American Championship title and did defend it against Ethan Page. Now, originally, I thought this match was going to be a squash match. I thought it was going to be a former AEW guy versus former AEW guy who's been in NXT for a couple months, knows the program a little bit, and squash it just because Ricky is not going to drop the title that fast, anyways. So we got the complete opposite. This was a great match. They gave them their time. Everybody had their spots good, and there were no real errors or botches that I can say that made this match whack. This match, like, was like a 10 out of 10. You got everything that you wanted and more from both wrestlers, and I felt like um, they did give it their all, especially for a pay per view that was going on so early in the morning. For us on the East Coast, it was just the afternoon. I think it was like 1 p.m. it started, but they were on the West Coast, so it was real early because they are 3 hours behind. So for me, I felt like it was a 10 out of 10. Like I said, fire match and not a squash match, so better than I expected. Now, the next match we did get was for the NXT Tag Team Championship titles, and it was Fraxium, the champions, defending their titles against Hank and Tank. Now, again, I thought this was going to be a fast match, a good match, but nothing like, hey, they're going to drop the titles or anything like that. But again, I was proven wrong, and Fraxium kind of fractured a little bit, and we did see Hank and Tank shine, whether it was jumping from the top ropes, breaking tables, going through tables, they just did it all. And they met Fraxium at each level and kind of elevated the uh, the match more and more as it went through, in the sense of you thought you saw their best move. No, they gave you a better one, and each team just went harder and harder until the end, and that's when Fraxium did lose the championship titles. And then we did get the new NXT Tag Team Champions, Hank and Tank. And I feel like Fraxium, it was about their time to call it, as we did see them getting called to the main roster to do singles matches in preparing for WrestleMania, as they were promoting in different countries, and they did wrestle there. Um, so for me, great match. Nothing negative to say. Fraxium, it was just their time, and I felt like they showed up and showed out more than anything. Now, the next match that we did get was for the Women's North American Championship title. Now, this one was a different match, just because Stephanie McCoy could not hold two titles. It was weighing on her, even though it was a couple weeks. But she was defending two titles every show, and WWE spun it, or the people at NXT spun it in a way that it's better for the locker room as well, instead of having a dual champion. But regardless, you can't take that win away from Stephanie McCoy, as she did have two championship titles, the Women's North American Championship title and the NXT the women's NXT championship title. Excuse me for that. So in this match, nobody came in as champion, but one would leave as champion. So we did get Zarya taking on Sol Ruka, taking on Izzy Dane, taking on Lola Vice, taking on Thea Hale, and taking on Kalani Jordan. So this one I felt like was a great match, especially when it comes to the ladder aspect of it, and we did get a lot of ladder um, involvements with this, in the sense of a lot of wrestlers did climb the ladder and a lot of them fell down. But again, it's what you can do in a six-way match for a title that is being held, sustained in the air. So for me, I felt like they had a great mindset coming in, great creative mindset from everybody who was in the match, and also behind the scenes who helped them prepare for it, and all the spots were good. I felt like Thea Hill took the biggest bump out of everybody, just because she did get pushed off the ladder from being in the ring and then being outside the ring. I feel like she was almost at the top of the ladder when she took that big hit outside. So kudos to her for making the NXT crowd pop and the match better than anybody expected it. And I felt like Soruka winning the title did not take away from anybody else, as everybody was neck and neck for winning this championship title. So we do have a new North American champion, and it is Soruka. And the funny thing is that for this title, for the North American Women's Championship title, they took it away from Stephanie McCoy because they didn't want a person to have two championship titles. But Soluka has the Speed Championship title, so now she's a dual champion. So I don't know what was going on, but like either have Soluka drop the Speed title, the championship title before, and then have her win that one. But regardless, that's a creative mess in that sense. But not taking away from her, another dual champion crowned in NXT. Following that, we did get the women's NXT championship title match, and it was a fatal four-way. We got Stephanie McCoy, champion, defending the title against Julia, Jordan Grace, and Jade Parker. Now, this match was a banger of a match. All the women went hard, especially Jada Parker and Jordan Grace, because Jordan Grace is a tank. But for me, um, I love that Stephanie McCoy did retain the title. It pushed her to the next level and made her better. Now, I will not give too much away because I do want you guys to go and watch this. You can go watch this back on the Peacock. On Peacock, they do have all the former or the previous pay-per-views, so you can watch it there. Or if not, go to the description sections down below and use the website links to watch it for the fruit. And the next match, and the final match was the NXT Men's Championship title that we did get, and we had Obafemi defending his championship title against Trick Williams and Javon Evans. Now, Trick Williams, I believe this was like his second or third time getting an opportunity for this title, but being that it was a three-way match for the title or a triple threat, I felt like it was a little bit harder for Trick to actually gain some momentum from this match. Um, and Javon Evans, excuse me for that, is coming up. So I felt like it was good. And honestly, for me, I felt like Obafemi did a great job showing his strength, showing everything, and giving us a banger of a match and retaining his NXT Championship title. So with that, guys, this is the full recap of NXT Stand and Deliver. Um, and this pay per view, you have to watch it because words cannot express what these wrestlers did in the ring, as they will show you with their bodies and their facial expressions. So with that, guys, like I always tell you, you can go watch this and go back on Peacock and to the pay-per-view section and watch it again, or use the website links down below. And with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next wrestling video.